Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Nigel Farage has come out and said that the GDP per capita figure is shrinking. We're all becoming, on average, poorer. And he says that the main reason, of course, is immigration, both legal and illegal. He says for when someone who is a legal migrant comes here to work, and he may earn quite a significant amount of money because he's got a highly skilled job, but that person will tend to bring other people with him, wife, children, extended family, none of whom, of course, will be doing the same sort of work, if any work at all, and therefore dividing the GDP by that number of people. He says the mass effect is that we as a nation are becoming increasingly impoverished. He says that migration is often necessary for those skills for which we need, but it has to be tempered. We cannot have one man coming in and bringing 30 relatives with him. Those relatives are not offering anything to the country, says Nigel Farage. And he's right. And he says that there's now no GDP at all, never mind the per capita figure. The quoted rate of 0.1% growth in GDP is wiped out, more than wiped out, by the increase in the population. And so, yes, we are becoming increasingly poorer. This is, of course, down to multiple factors. It's having a chancellor who doesn't understand numbers. It's having a home secretary who doesn't understand borders. And it's having an entire Labour Party who seem hell-bent on destruction. Nobody wants to stop it. But let's not just blame Labour, of course. The previous Tory government had 14 years when all they did was talk, not actually do anything. And it's amazing because if you go to other countries, their immigration and borders control are much harder. Try, for example, getting into the United States at the moment, or Canada, or Australia. It's incredibly hard there. It is just Britain that seems to have the most porous borders in the world. We have to ask why so many people want to come here. What's so great about Britain that everyone wants to live in Britain? I think the answer is we have a government that will insist on handing out vast amounts of money, making life incredibly comfortable for people who come here, way more comfortable, in fact, than its own residents often lived their lives. So people who were born here and contributed and did everything here are often treated far worse. And so, yes, they're going to keep coming with a guarantee of citizenship at the end as well. We're the only country in the world that do it. You know that virtually nobody wants to go to Poland. Virtually nobody goes to Denmark anymore. Hungary as well. Nobody wants to go there. Why? Because if they do manage to get in, they're either ejected again almost immediately, or if they are allowed to stay, they're given so little that it's barely subsistence, and they're guaranteed that they can never become citizens. Again, not much of a draw. Now, we do have obligations, of course, as a nation, and we're not inhumane for those who are genuinely in need. But do we need one man to come and bring 30 members of his family? Admittedly, that is an extreme case, but nonetheless, it was a case. 30? We can't employ them all, can we? Who knows? But while we've got homeless and unemployed and hungry people here, surely some of the money that this government seems insisting on wasting on handing out all over the world could go to, housing them, keeping them warm, keeping them fed. So we're supposed to be a modern, westernised, civilised country. And yet here we have people dying of malnutrition while sleeping on the streets. Does not somehow feel right. What's your views? Let me know. Thanks very much. Bye.